Well, hi there, this is Dave DeBow, and today it is my pleasure to be interviewing two very interesting gentlemen, Mr. Paul Reynolds and John Wiles from stopandstore.info. Gentlemen, how are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Excellent. Good to see you, John. I'm doing great. And we're going to be talking to them about how they help their investor partners get an above average return on their investment backed by a very solid asset, real estate, but not just any kind of real estate, self-storage facilities. So very, very interesting. Gentlemen, I have to let you know this ahead of time. I've interviewed a lot of people, a lot of real estate investors in my day, and what you are doing with self-storage is really unique. So I'm looking forward to this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Very good. So let's start with Paul. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, if you would.
Well, I'm a lawyer by training, worked all over the world, many years each in Israel, Mexico, New York, London, 20 years in Hong Kong.
Mm-hmm.
And I retired to Vancouver 12 years ago with my wife and very young children. Been a great move. We love our life in Canada. And I looked around after retirement, which lasted 6 months.
Yeah, your retirement didn't last long.
I tried a bit of consulting, and then I started to explore real estate investment. And with the great support from my wife, who is very comfortable with real estate. We built up a portfolio of apartments and houses, duplexes. I think at one point we had 34 different units, but it was a lot of work,
Okay.
a lot of toilets, a lot of drains. We were buying appliances every month, and I just started to think, well, maybe there is a easier way with less work to make as much money or even more. And so I investigated other investment opportunities, and that's how I came about to self-storage.
Very good. And yourself, John? Tell us a little bit about your background and how you got interested in real estate.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit different story with me.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not a local lad. I'm originally from England. I used to be a commercial property consultant in the UK for a number of years. And one of my clients approached me and said that they'd been approached by someone who wanted to turn a car park into a self-storage facility. I'd not even heard of self-storage, but anyway, anything for a fee. So off I went and did the homework and consultancy for them on it. And I thought, what a great business! I mean, completely different to anything I'd done before, but basically taking a piece of redundant property, splitting it up, and renting it out. I thought, well, I can do that. So off I went and set up a business in the UK, a self-storage business, 5 stores all around the city of Liverpool. But 4 years ago, it was always an ambition of mine to move to Canada and live in Canada, West Coast Canada. And so we sold up, packed up, got on a plane, myself, my wife, our 2 kids and our dog Arthur, and got off the plane at Vancouver and set up home here. And the last 4 years have been quite an adventure, I have to say, personally and also with the business. And setting up with Paul, it's been a very, very interesting few years setting up Stop and Store.
Definitely. So, Paul, you made the transition. You touched on this a few seconds ago, but moving from traditional real estate investing, looking for a better way. So you discovered self-storage, and you got serious about it very, very quickly. So talk about your first bunch of self-storage facilities, and then we'll talk about the transition and what you gentlemen are doing together.
Well, I went on a road trip around Alberta and BC to meet and talk with owners and managers of storage facilities after educating myself on paper. And I liked what I saw and I felt comfortable with it, so I started to write offers to try to buy my first self-storage business. I did have a little plan. I wrote out on a piece of paper a goal of owning 5 storage businesses within 5 years, and created a brand for it. It went very well. We had, within 5 years, we had 6 self-storage businesses, and in a series of transactions, they were sold to a TSX listed company. But I also met John, and we found that we shared many ideas of a better way to do the self-storage game with less capital, lower operating costs, more automation, make it highly process oriented. And so as I was exiting the one, John and I started the other, which we'll be happy to tell you about.
Perfect. So you've started Stop and Store. What year did you start the business in?
2000 and I think it was 2014 was
Okay.
originally when we started. We started talking about it maybe just slightly earlier than that, I think.
Yeah.
And actually, we met, and the first time we met was supposed to be a half an hour coffee turned into a 3-hour cup of tea. But clearly, both had very similar thoughts on how we could improve the efficiency of self-storage, run it much leaner, much better, much more efficiently through centralizing a lot of the processes. And it clearly both had very, very similar ideas. So really honed those down over maybe 4 or 5 months before we
Before you launched.
It's very interesting, the dynamic here, because separately in different parts of the world we had founded self-storage brands, developed the business, and then exited. We took that learning and experience and said, well, is there a better, faster, cheaper way to do it?
Mhm.
And we found that we had so many ideas in common, and then we reworked it, and we opened our first location in Victoria in July of 2015. And now we have 9 locations up and operating in British Columbia and the United States, soon to add a 10th location. So it's been a very fast track.
Very
That's
fast.
22 months.
Yeah. At the time that we're recording this,
from-
yeah.
22 months since we started
Mhm.
in July of 2015 to the time we're meeting with you today.
Very good. So why are you gentlemen looking for investor partners at this time?
Well, really the reason is we think we've developed a fantastic opportunity. We've tested it out over the facilities that Paul's just mentioned, both in Canada and the US. But we see so much more opportunity out there. And really, we think there's a great opportunity for investors to come in at this stage, help us accelerate the growth of our business, and actually roll this concept out multiple times over Canada and in the US.
Well, what I love is you both bring a lot of experience to the table. You were doing self-storage facilities in the UK. You got started yourself here in Canada. You've joined forces. I've had the pleasure of getting to know you two gentlemen over the last little while. You work very, very well together, very complementary skill sets. So it just makes so much sense. And the way that you've just grown the business so quickly in such a short period of time and systematized things is very, very impressive. Very
Oh,
impressive.
thank you.
So congratulations.
But we are growing, and because that requires capital to
Yeah.
keep growing. So we feel now is the time to reach out to the broader world of accredited investors in Canada, family and friends,
Mhm.
and invite them to share in the cash flow that we're generating and to share in the building of wealth.
Makes sense. So if you'd like to find out more and find out how you can get an above average return on your investment backed by a very solid asset, which is self-storage, and working with these two fine gentlemen with all their experience, either click on the Contact Us tab or give Paul a call. And what's the best number to call you on, Paul?
Well, just ring 604-560-0138 or through the Contact tab on our website.
Very good. Give them a call.